Yeah, I hear Spidey sense are spot on. Wonderful, you dance, but you don't want to answer the first. Yeah.
Did you have a hard time in front of the board here last year?
Chili's water. You're all good.
It's going, like my backup, it shows it's going.
Or just actually. You make love to me.
Yes, so.
First up, actually, we have a public hearing for 7:35. So first up, we want to go over the minutes from last month. Did everyone get a chance to review the minutes? Let's wait for Kate. Okay, we're just doing the minutes first while we wait for the public hearing. So you get a chance to look at the minutes? Okay. Are we all good? Anyone have anything? Right, with that, can I have a motion to accept, the, minutes? Yes, you got it. Second. All in favor? All opposed? Minutes are accepted. And, yeah. So both alternates, Dave, Ari, are going to be sitting in because we have some absentees today. That's the change. Then first up, the third minute, that's it. Well, I'll be, out of the start, first up is the HTWO Properties public hearing. Yes, you want to start going over any of the changes that we have? Sure. Let's see.
So we submitted the SWIP and the updated site plan. Basically, does anyone have any questions? Before you start, the request for the placement of the coverage and the shrubbery and stuff is on here. The setbacks are outlined from the westerly line. The southern line was addressed with the fence. The right of way that the ZBA had requested is noted in there for pedestrian traffic from the dead end through the school. What else we changed? Lighting's noted on there on plan. Parking was changed a little bit. As you can see, spaces were provided there. And the setbacks for that are noted as well. Other than that, the SWIP list is completed and submitted. And that's pretty much it. It's been, the same with minor changes.
What did you say about the fence? The fence is just indicated what's there and that's what's staying, or is it gonna be replaced, right?
To the south?
Yeah, that's
Sounds good, replaced, yeah.
kind of your,
Yeah. Yeah. And the Trish, did you have the elevations, the side views of that as well? There we go. Yeah. So that'll show the gable end of the larger center building, the climate control building will, as depicted here with shed roofs on the top. This would be the southern end for egress. But this is an elevation side drawing of what the buildings be, pretty basic. Match what's there now. Can you scroll down on that a little bit? Yeah, now to the building along the road. This is the depiction I came up with that the engineer drew. This would face south. Well, you see the west elevation looking towards the west, with an overhead door and an overhang. South elevation, which you won't see from the road, will be a large overhead door with glass in it. Eastern facing this way, shed roof off the side as well, again with an overhead door that can be left open for open air, open access. The north facing the road, facing the school is gonna have just a large picture window, a large piece of glass in it to be able to see in. And there's another perspective of it from the northwest.
So take a second here. Ethan, you want to come up to the table?
I'm here. Okay, I'm here. Okay.
All right. So with Ethan here now, it's the sixth member of the regular members of the board here. So Ari's first alternate, so he's sitting in for Dick. David just observing and participate, but not no voting members. All right, with that, I would like to have a motion to open the public hearing. Second. Do you want a second? All in favor? All opposed? Okay, so the public hearing is now open. Are there any members of the public that wish to speak on this application? Raise your hand.
And Brian Booth, 2837 West Church Street. 4 or 5 doors down from the front. This is actually the first time I've seen these elevations and this project. I think it's a positive thing, as compared to what was on the property. And, if you receive this gentleman's business in Red Hook, it's a nice looking building. He does work that we want to have in the points to look. That's thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else looking to speak on this application? Any of the board members have questions for the applicant?
I do, but not related to this project. That question I wanted to get the best that you had. It's all I have for that place.
Stay on.
And I was impressed with the detailed plantings. That I've never.
I planted 40 2 days ago, 40 of those green giant arborvitaes. I've already put 40 in.
I've never
Around
found
the
that
front.
detail with the specifications on the stakes, and how many positioning wire. I didn't realize it was that much detail on. I wish I followed a plant of tree.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in the ground, so that portion of it for screening. So as to the speed of the project, I mean, I'd like to, for get approval here, I'd like to take the house down and get some site work going and hopefully get concrete, get the slabs in before it gets cold at this point. Yeah,
George, you have comments regarding the slip or any of the other?
I got it. It was submitted ahead of time. I reviewed it.
And any other comments that you had in the past that have been addressed?
Everything's been addressed. Probably still waiting on the DOT, but that's not. So.
Yeah,
correct. I just got it, I'm rolling, but the very beginning stages of it. I did meet with, well, it's several conversations, but I haven't had a site visit. I wanted to ensure that that other access is gonna be the way we wanna go, as depicted for the west of the entrance, so.
Warren, do you have any questions? Oh, did we do the secret? Yep. We have a short form. Oh, we said, when did it go to the county? Did they anything?
So it's gone. We could scale, but we're just waiting to get the hard copy of the site. We say they hold 30 days for the receipt.
My engineer mailed it as requested about 2 weeks ago to the town.
Okay, they said whatever return receipt or something, but will you know they got it? Or we don't know.
Okay.
It's sort of kind of property related, same thing. Outside of, we're not for the glass business, it's nailed to the old roads. But during the building process, we actually put in a sign application, building permit that in that way.
Absolutely.
So if you do it according to law, then you'll have to come to us. Eddie,
Sure, I don't need that there, just.
What is it on a, telephone pole again? If you wanted, I mean, yeah, if you wanted a sign somewhere on the property. I would have to read it, see how that, be as long as it's the right size, et cetera, and, that would, that's another, it's easy.
There was in front of the White House, there's a big concrete footing. Stissing Design that was there before. He had a big metal sign. And I don't know if that is permitted or not, but the base is still there. So it's gonna wind up just east of this building by about 30 feet. So I anticipate when that gets rolling, I'll put in a permit request to get a sign for that and just utilize that existing base that was there, that's been used, that's still there. So
And when does it come to, only if there's like lighting or a certain size requirement, when does the sign?
Yeah, so. It was only for the sun.
Okay, so when does it come to us, only if there's lighting involved?
Yeah, something like that. If it goes past oversized traffic. Okay.
Yeah, so that's good, when you're ready. Um. Where's the party filled out? Did you get a chance to review the short form, Warren? Yeah. It's supposed to. So just go through the question.
We sent this to town.
So we sent it to the county, they're saying they don't have the hard copy yet,
Okay, but then
but they received
30 days.
They say 30 days from when they get them.
the county said they have 30 days from when they get the hard copy.
All right, well, you can go ahead and do seeker. And then we'll just do a preliminary vote on it. I'll draft it, less than chicken. I'm not gonna let you.
All right, so, short form, will the proposed, oh wait, we're still in the public hearing, we have to close that, right? Huh? So, anyone else want to speak on this? No, okay, so with that, can I have a motion to close the public hearing? Scott? Kate second, all in favor? All opposed? Right, the public hearing is now closed. Now we will review the short environmental assessment form. And I'm gonna read these out. I'm gonna say an answer. We're gonna assume it's no or small impact. And then if anyone has an objection, please speak up, members of the board. Will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulation? No or small impact. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of the land? No or small impact. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No or small impact. Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area? No or small impact. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect the existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? No or small impact. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No or small impact. Will the proposed action impact existing public or private water supplies? No or small impact. Public or private wastewater treatment utilities? No or small impact. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? No or small impact. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources, example, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora, and fauna? No or small impact. Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problem? No or small impact. Will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No. We didn't answer anything as moderate to large, so then we go down to the checkbox. And I'm going to check off
Check the spots if you've determined based on the information and analysis above and any supporting documentation that the proposed action will not result in any significant adverse environmental impacts. Everyone agree?
Sort of agree.
Stated, we'll give a preliminary straw vote now. And he will direct Warren to prepare a formal resolution for next month of where it's pending county coming back with some sort of comments that we would have to address. All right, so can I have a vote, Rory? To yes, we us on date. I also vote aye. 7-0. Preliminary approval. And hopefully everything goes smooth with the county. We'll see you next month for the warrant.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Interesting. Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, I missed
That's what-
Ethan.
Thank you.
You vote aye. They out of sight, out of mind. Thanks. So yeah, that's so. Thank you. Thanks, man. Okay, so the way station is retracted their being on the agenda for this week. So this month, so the next up on the agenda is KARC or KARC Planning Consultants. So you have a lot line adjustment for Richard Ireland.
I'm just gonna see if she's outside. If not, then I'll start it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Listen. Where would you like me to stay? Stay here. Different.
Yeah.
Yes, you have enough copies of presentations. You can. Yeah.
Did Ethan get? Ethan, you want one of these copies? No.
Did we get this? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Then yes.
I mean, it's just a little submission. Different people to myself, no, I knew. There's an extra. Don't you say again?
Oh, right, that's what. I was slightly confused.
It's the commercial building, not their children.
Well, the question I had is that it has green ABC lots, but if you look at the parcel access, it's only 2 lots.
So, yes, so, just one second.
Yes, go ahead and explain the project.
Sure. So I'm Amy Orgerakis, the ARC credit. We represent the applicant. He owns 2 parcels from the me, and they're adjoining parcels. The smaller one here is 121 Lake Road, the larger one is 3 VFS Lane. The lot line currently actually goes right through the existing building that's on the property, which is Federation Road. It's an existing structure, and what we're proposing is to simply move these lines here And then we're gonna be able to move. So this lines will go away and it'll come down to here. And so, yes. The acreage itself, the acreage is not changing, it's just being distributed, which is safe.
And one person owns all
Correct.
this?
Yes,
Is the intention to sell on properties?
not that I don't know.
What was the question?
It's not meant for to sell, but
I know the oath. No. What happened was he was willed the property.
The whole thing, both?
He lives on that Willow Lane. She lives on that Willow Lane, so his property is regulated. So Michael, I believe that's probably why you saw three things on parcel access, right? He now owns 3 lots.
But he's only merging
2 lots.
2 lots and they create, well, just, yeah, lot lines are basically making that other
I
one
think
out.
he's trying to fix what. That's probably been there since, who was it?
Yeah.
Fort Fitzgerald, Mr. Chesson, would have to
Yeah.
help with.
Exactly.
So Warren, I just had a question. If it's one owner, this is still a lot line adjustment that comes to us, even though it's one owner, but it's existing lot. I don't know. I thought sometimes they just do it.
I'm sense that they do a merger thing, right?
He's heard, it's not
I
that.
think that's if they want to combine.
So if you want to step on there and just.
So it sounds like a.
2 lots, it'll be both.
So basically,
2 lots.
basically, the smaller lot is coming out to take part of the bigger lot. Basically, what's that?
The commercial
right,
part,
so that it doesn't have the building have.
Right. I'm sorry,
the commercial part. If it's not.
this is a commercial property?
Well, the front one, basically, look weird. Second, it was a garage.
Is it used for commercial purposes?
Yeah, it's not being used for anything. But it's, you're supposed to have an acre for less than the front. Now, we'll still have less than acre to be better. It's.
Okay, so it's supposed to be an acre in this zone. So in this zone, it's supposed to be an acre.
For the residential, it's only 20,000 square feet. For commercial, if that was, commercial would be an acre.
Like an acre with. Start being, it's like that, I say it.
So. For residential, it has to be 20,000,
20,000 square feet.
which is how much, what of an acre?
Basically,
A little less, a little less.
So this would be two conforming lot.
Well, if you want, if they're
Both
all
residential.
commercial,
If what?
it's not.
Yeah, I mean, if they were both residential, the front one's gonna stay commercial, it's still substandard, but it's a lot better than what it is today.
But they're saying. It's not gonna be used for, what is the front lot gonna be? used?
The Kelly Michael, sorry.
That's all right.
Guys, to continue to be used for it's residential, it's storage and garage and. Workshop,
I might,
there's no desire of music,
so it might money do what it hasn't been used commercially in a long time.
I have no intention of using it.
So why not merge it into one lot? And get rid of the tiny.
That's not, they don't want to do that, they want to still keep the 2 lots and keep this building separate. That's residential lots. Thank you.
If it's making for us,
Yes, so I mean, the action makes it more conforming.
Yeah.
So if it pulls a little section of the code for a lot longer alignment and it's improving a lot.
Well, yeah, it sounds like it is conforming. It's
Yeah,
fully-
that's all.
that's a residential law.
Correct.
Not a.
And
If they were to take,
ask,
well, if they take the barn down or the garage down, have another building lot.
Warren, what do we need to do with this?
You can waive the public hearing. I'm everybody's comfortable with that. I just. What is the access to the 2 driveways?
there's a driveway here off of Wade. And then there's a driveway here off of that, is it
That's the.
Yeah, maybe sharing the drive.
Excuse me? No. they don't.
It was all pre-existing, right? Yeah.
But each lot has its own, they don't share.
Right. Yeah,
No new driveways, I'm sure.
would you take a,
Yeah, so I don't. It was here. To find, I don't.
rain is good. No, I think it's a type two action in the seat, so we could do a lot.
So we don't?
No. If you want to waive the public hearing. That, it's other.
Because we want to waive the public hearing.
So they would make it, yeah,
Can I have a motion to waive the public hearing?
take the motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Unanimously passed. Do we just approve it or?
Well, we don't have to refer to the county.
No, it's town road all around.
I'll prepare a formal resolution of approval. If you could, I guess afterwards.
Alright, so we can do it.
Do it the next meeting.
Right. I mean, it's gonna be approved. I mean, we can do a preliminary vote if you want us to.
No, I think as long as you authorize the operation, do we need a motion for speaker?
You wait.
No,
One motion to classify it
It's
as
not-
action action.
You think it's a type, you are. Yeah, it's two lots. It's two lots on it, down, you know. It's a type, you are. So.
I just didn't know if we needed a motion for that.
You want full environmental, that's.
No. I just want some record.
we'll be in the resolution.
It's just gonna be right back.
Alright, you know,
Okay.
Thank you. I love that film that got so, I always wanted to look at that, really. What are they doing? What are they doing there? Love it.
storage, you guys, the bar and drug storage, what is this status?
Oh, that.
I
It's such a cool stuff.
the scene situation.
Of the what? The blocks are separated. Oh, seeing, I got a email from Jeff Rothschild, who now represents this, scene. And he indicated to me that they were making progress on negotiating the shared driveway issue. We see, that's great, because it's, the initial information is gonna be a tough one for them to resolve, but, I confirmed with Tom Angel, who represented the underlying property owner, that they have made substantial progress. So, it's okay with you, I told them that we could solve the next meeting. But I reminded them that they're still in violation without an amended site plan, approval, so they have to come in for that also. So, it's okay with you, I'll just let me send them a reminder that we want an update, at the next meeting. Somebody in person. When you make it simple,
I'm good, right, everyone?
that's it.
And what's the other one? The
Farms, just in farms. I think it's probably, I haven't heard from them since. I don't even know if they sent me all the documentation. With regard to the Attorney General's approval, I have to look again. But well, my concern was how they were going to now implement the conversion from what is essentially a rental to a condominium, which was the original requirement of approval. So what I think I'm going to do, if it's okay with you, is notify the attorney from the property, this informs that we want somebody to come to the next planning board meeting and describe for us how they're phasing from the condominium to from the rental to the condominium. What's going to happen to the tenants of that property? I don't know if it's going to be scuttlebutt or.
Some of them have contracts with distant farms or leases.
Well, I mean, I think they're leasing almost all those units.
it's full.
They're full. But now it's a condominium. So
How can they just break
it
those?
really has to convert to an ownership, the situation. And, I.
Seems like
I don't know how they're gonna do that.
they're gonna need a runway and time to
They're
unravel
gonna
it,
need
right?
time, I would.
A couple of years, it's gonna take years.
Well, depends on the lease it's said.
Yeah, we think,
Yeah, well, I don't know how they're gonna
but the,
do it, but I think it's, I mean, we've been pretty cooperative with them. I think it's their responsibility to come to their meeting and explain to us how this is all gonna occur, so we don't have an embarrassment, the newspapers and so you want to think. And for, you know, thinking that they're trying to, you know, I'm thinking about myself, that they notify them that they want them back in.
do those residents of Pine Place have tenant rights?
I'm not sure before.
What are their? what-
Yeah, I mean, we don't have what is it called? The eviction, it's the eviction. There. Should cause eviction in Pine Place at this point. But we don't have the rights under that, but the legalities of being condominium and then renting it out, and they have to comply with their offering, but it's not for us. So I'll tell them that we want somebody here who's gonna explain to us what it costs. It's okay.
Do we remember as a board what their legal reasoning was to exit the original?
It's
Condo
I mean, I think we
Well,
were,
it was originally, I mean, like back when they changed.
How were they
That
able to
was
change?
before this owner, it was a condo. Yeah, they went to rental, it was condo over 55. And they went to rentals, and then they took the over 55 off, it was separate, these are all separate applications. And then it sold, then was sold to a new owner. And back. You know, back to condos and actually finished building, remember at that point, it was 10 units built. And the house, and then he built out the rest of them. With the intent, but it has a long turning them back to com.
if you want to, get a copy of the last resolution the planning board, passed. Here's. I go through the whole history of it.
So it's actually like
It's
2005,
you need to read that. For me to try.
Ryan remembered it.
that was on the 22. A long time ago.
It was a long one.
You know what, as Lauren said, town is always, works well with them. And they evolve, they keep evolving, and maybe, you guys can. Okay.
All right, so there's that. So one other issue I need to discuss with you. From that side, I did get a call from county planning on a month of law. Leah's property.
So the Leah,
Yeah. And the concern, initially, they didn't have any concerns, and when they passed it around the office. And the concern is that the way we've set it up, which is supposed to be done to expedite the process, to make it simple, could be subject to a claim that it's that instead of a use area variance, they require a use variance. And I tried to address that in the way I created the law, and I still don't have their official opinion. It's I haven't come in yet, but it may be that we may want to back off on that and go to I mean, it only affects essentially one property. We can either go back to a rezoning of that property and put it in the what is it, HNS, the whole property in the less restricted zone. Or we can fool around with the language and just indicate that for a parcel of that nature in that location, bifurcated by the two zoning district, that the permitted uses, less restricted will apply to the whole property as long as the planning board makes a finding that it's not a detriment to health, safety, and welfare.
it would take away the need for
variance. And I grappled with that too. Initially, I think we do have the power on the home rule to make an area rather than use area. Use variance would be impossible. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to discuss those two, we have a public hearing scheduled for next week. I'm board. I'm gonna discuss, we'll have the formal opinion letter for county planning. And I will discuss those two possible options, so maybe it will have to amend that law and reschedule public
Did
hearing.
they make that, so we don't know if they made that suggestion to take it away from a variance and just give it to the plan?
Yeah, I don't know how, I asked if they could get it to me right away, right? Of course, they can't. So until I see the exact wording, whether they're gonna make it a requirement, sometimes they do that, I doubt it. But then I have to make sure that the town board is comfortable because they're the ones that are going to be processing the application. My thought is just to rezone that one is.
We believe the adjacent two properties next to it are also bifurcated by the same.
I wasn't aware of that. I'll take another look. I thought there was only one. That was the board.
I think there's three.
I said at the last meeting, let's set half dozen.
Yeah, Ethan had a number of others too, but
Yeah,
suspect.
you could, even if you could just send me a map and show me the other two properties. Because that would take a difference, then if we're talking about three
But
properties,
then there's also more, not right there, but.
but not in that. I wanted to limit it to that zoning district because once you expand the scope of that local law, you get into all kinds of issues of secret and what the impact would be. So I would rather get this done. And then we can decide whether we want to take a closer look at the other properties in town and identify for taking. It would be a much more laborious process. Expanded the scope. And if any of you want to come to the town board meeting next week. There's a nickname on it. Hopefully it's on. It's in get up.
The property, no.
So you're specifically asking for bifurcated, so bifurcated properties in the main street zone.
Right, that's how the law is written.
Yeah, in the HMS and MS.
So three off the top of my head are Leah's, Sirocco's property, leaving town on the south side of 199, and Danny Adams' property.
If you could just send me the parcel access, we'll take a look at it. I had thought that was the only property. Because when they actually did the rezoning, when our planner did the rezoning, they only referred to that one file. So.
Well, it could be that the parcel access also was with there's some other.
Yeah, we definitely have to look at our zoning map. Ethan, make sure you check our zoning map. The one that's on file with the county. Because the parcel access, apparently it's up to us to push the data updates. We've already found where the didn't have. And that was done under the previous assessor, so I don't know how technical.
Have you received any application on that? From
No,
no,
we're just taking to the meeting, there's still contact. The town board heard from that applicant at all.
Either way, worth solving the
Right.
problem.
we're gonna solve the problem one way. The way I had envisioned it, that we wouldn't have to then do a new zoning plan, which becomes more expensive.
Or at least right away.
We'll just do
Keep
it.
it in mind for the next.
Yeah.
Okay. Ed, do we have anything more for Warren, there's more questions, but they should.
Do you have any perspective on
Which one?
the
Oh, right, the other law, that one, they said nothing about that one,
I'll say. Hopefully. I guess you won't have a problem with it.
but they didn't sign off on it, you use that one name.
I told them to, I haven't gotten the sign. I said, make it a mile.
All right, and
Stissing Center, how's things looking there? We know, I noticed that it's a progress with the roof,
It's only a little bit.
only a little, you need. Excuse me, you need make further else. Guys, anything more for Warren? I don't think so. Then we're good. Thank you, Warren. George, yeah, I think you. You don't need more, you don't need me. Yeah. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Yeah, so.
Absolutely. So yes, let's go into
They
how.
have been working. They don't work every day.
Okay. So, all right, but our last update, they said we're gonna rock and roll on that roof, right?
Well, they've done a lot of it.
That's what's dictating the scaffold.
Yeah.
All right,
The shingles, the civic shingles that were ordered are coming in late. And that's layers, but they should be soon, and then as soon as that happens, scaffolding will be coming down.
Over the
Within,
back, but
within a week, yeah, within a week or two. So they're just waiting on those shingles. They're very specific shingles, like they look like slate.
yeah.
You know, it's not like our home to.
That's harder. It does.
There we go. Hey,
It's so.
have to wait on solar. Solar facility,
are they supposed to be done with by the end of this month? All the second. The panels are all in, they're doing grass and thanks for catching the wildflowers because they weren't aware. No,
they need to look at the site plan and make sure
no.
wildflower is supposed to find
I
the
said-
aviary,
After you told me that, I called them right away.
the milkweed for the
Yeah.
monarchs. And you ask them if, for the board, if they'd be willing to, if we maybe have a site visit just to see how.
They're working, more than off.
Once they're done, yeah, well, I mean, the wildlife fence is up, it said.
Yeah.
And the screening along the east side is all.
I couldn't, that I can't tell you for sure.
Tell them to reach out, make sure all those screening,
They're pretty,
plantings and all. Okay. Anything else, or anything else, anyone else have any questions or anything for Ed? We never heard back from those apartment people
Yeah, we are having
at the
club.
car wash. No, you haven't heard from them? No. No, with that, can I have a motion to adjourn? Wait, what? Thank you. Thanks, totally. All right, I have a conflict on July 15th. No, I'm sorry, on the 8th. Looking to push the meeting to, I'd have, you just run the meeting, either of those, somebody. So, and also looking at the meetings. Great, so we're trying. Okay, so how is everyone's schedule for the 15th?
I'm unavailable on the.
That would be hard for me. Not.
Ethan, you're good? So, I'm good. All right.
Can make it hard.
We have definitely have one. Okay, so can I have a motion to move next month's meeting to the 15th of July at the usual 7:30? Okay, right, the 15th, so I'm.
Yeah.
Yes. As Steve second, all in favor?
I.
All opposed? Right, meeting's moved for next month. And. I'm sure that's correct. You change, probably, but that's why that would be funny, right? Yeah, the 8th is definitely have something. And what are this? 15th, leave it. All right, with that, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Most adjourned.